Yo, what's up, baby? This is Bert Watson, and you're listening to Radio MMA, because this is what they do and why they do it, baby, all night long, because they rolling hard, fast, and on the money.
Okay, guys, welcome back. Let's bring on in Anthony. How's it going, man?
Everything's going great. Everything's going great. You know, just the last minute here in camp, finishing up.
Let's start off with talking about the bad shit, but you're coming off a KO loss in your UFC debut. Just talk about the fight.
Well, you know, to be honest, like, I'm not the kind of guy that likes to make excuses, you know, but this fight was one of those fights I wasn't ready for whatsoever, but, you know, when the UFC calls, you got to kind of run with it.
Yeah.
I started out the camp at 195 pounds 3 weeks before the fight.
Wow.
Completely out of shape. I had just finished a fight in China where I won, and I was kind of thinking, hey, well, you know, the UFC hasn't called me. I've won 7 fights in a row. I just beat a guy that fought Frankie Edgar to a decision, and they still not calling me. I guess they're probably not going to call me, so I'm just going to teach in Asia and have some fun. I was in Bangkok for a month, was in Greece, traveling, having a good time, and then I got a call last minute. It was like, hey, you ready? I'm like, I'm not turning it down.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, man, so you get a chance to avenge the loss on August 8th against Scott in Nashville, his hometown. Just talk about the importance of this fight.
Well, you know, this is everything, because the UFC doesn't have room anymore for guys to come in and lose 2 in a row, or, you know, and it wasn't my best performance whatsoever against Taisumov, who's a highly ranked opponent, but in the end of the day, we're here to fight the best, and if you can't keep up, you can't keep up. So, for me, I have to come out, and I have to put on a good performance, and I have to show the UFC what I'm capable of and what they signed me for. You know, Joe Silva told me personally, he's like, man, come out. He's like, I know what you could do. I know you took the fight last minute. We've looked you up before, but you got to come and show that in the UFC. And I really dedicated everything for this fight. I mean, I moved out to the American Top Team. I've been here for 5 months. I've been training with the best in the world. I'm training with Nathan Corey, sparring 7 rounds in a row, getting ready for Scott Holtzman. So I'm in the best shape of my career.
What does Scott bring to the cage?
Well, you know, Scott's there's one thing that he's an undefeated fighter. You know, it's always a plus for their confidence for young guys when they come in and they're undefeated. They never felt defeat, so they come in with a different air of confidence. As far as stylistically, he likes to bring a lot of pressure. He likes to come forward, get in like a small little scraps and push you up against the cage, and wear guys down. You know, he's not very much of a vicious KO guy. He's not great submissions, but he puts a lot of pressure on dudes, and some guys break. But I mean, this is my 22nd fight, so I've done this a bunch of times. It's never broken before, and it's not happening. August 8th.
Joe Rogan loves to talk about Octagon Jitters. You made your UFC debut. They didn't necessarily play a factor in your fight because you're saying you kind of came in not in the best of shape. What about for him? Do you think Octagon Jitters could play a factor?
Probably, but you know, he was a regional champion, so he's dealt with some pressure before. So I don't know how big of a deal it is, but everybody's different. You know, I can't say. It's definitely going to be a new experience, something he's never dealt with before. Because I remember even for me, it was insane. Like I was in Greece when I got the call. You know, that's where I'm from, and I was having people come and giving me autographs on the street, and it was like, whoa, like people are depending on me to do good, which is something I wasn't used to. You know.
Sure.
So that was crazy, and I'm sure he's going to get some of that. It's in his hometown, and it's going to play a factor, but I try not to think about it too much. All I can control is what I'm going to do in there.
Last week, let me try that again. So last week, Twitter blew up when Stitch Duran got fired. Just talk about the importance of a cut man.
Well, you know, obviously in a fight, especially if anyone's ever had a cut in a fight, you know, it's a very dangerous part because everything rides on that cut man. If he can stop it to keep you going, if he can fix you up, give you the right stuff. If he's a good cut man experience, he can help you get through a fight. You might be winning 2 rounds, get a cut. You don't want a TKO loss on your record, and a good cut man can save you. That being said, that specific situation, I have no idea about it. I've personally never met Stitch, and I don't know what the reasoning was behind it. I haven't really followed it too much, to be honest. I've been really busy.
Yeah, for sure, man. Do you check out these betting odds before your fight to see if you're the favorite or the underdog?
I did a couple times in a few fights I've had, but for the UFC, I was such a big underdog against Isimov that I thought it was kind of funny.
Right.
So now I'm guessing that because I lost that fight, even though he knocked out his next opponent in the second round again. But I'm sure I'm going to be the underdog again.
Talk about some of the guys that are helping you at ATT to get ready.
I mean, obviously Coach Conan Sevilla. I got Mike Brown. I got Billy Patton. I work with Steve Bruno. My kickboxing, I work at Ken Limitless. And, all my sparring partners, Masad Bektik, Robert Whiteford, Nathan Coy especially, he's been really big help in this camp. And every day I'm training with the best, training next to Daniel Strauss, Robbie Lawler. Just everybody's pushing me to the next level.
Okay, and out of those guys, who will be making the trip with you to Nashville to be in your corner?
Well, I'm going to have Mike Brown and Conan as my 2 main cornermen, and then my friend, longtime training partner and roommate, Lazar Stojadinovic, is going to come out for also for some emotional support.
So what would you be doing right now if you were not an MMA fighter?
That's a good question. I probably would be teaching jiu-jitsu somewhere in the world, somewhere very random, probably Brunei or something. That's kind of what I was doing as I was fighting anyhow, was teaching jiu-jitsu and MMA all over the world. So I'd probably follow down that path. If not, I would be opening up a restaurant for sure, something with sweets and delicious food. Not all this cutting weight stuff.
Very nice. Very nice, man. Okay, last question here. If you could fight anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I would fight in Athens, Greece,
Nice.
in the Stadio Irinis Kefilias. It's the Peace and Freedom Stadium. It's the biggest stadium in Athens, Greece. And I grew up around that stadium. We used to go watch games there and watch basketball. It would be a dream come true to sit there and have 30,000 Greek fans screaming at the top of their lungs.
Been talking to a lot of UFC fighters that have got the Reebok gear and have worn it out to their fights, and some of the guys say they feel like footballers or soccer players wearing the uniform. What do you think the sort of difference is when you're out there wearing the Reebok uniform?
You know what? For me, to be honest, I understand the pain of some dudes that they're dealing with it, and I truly don't care, man. I fought in basketball shorts before, and if you fought in the situations I fought in, I've had to come up fighting in bars and in people's backyards for they were throwing shows in backyards. So I mean, I didn't have a glorious, glamorous road to get here, Sure. So for me, it's nice that I have a guaranteed sponsor, and I'm still getting sponsors outside of the Reebok deal. I got a new deal with a new company called Pain Script, and they really help me out. They give me, they have a new anti-inflammatory cream with no scent and no different ailments and no feeling, no burning, no cold. And first of all, they help me with my camp. It's awesome, and it's brand new, just coming out, and they're sponsoring me to help me get the word out there because they really helped me in my camp. And so we're still able to get our sponsors outside. And Reebok's giving me a guaranteed income, and I know for a lot of guys it's nothing, but, I did this sport when I was fighting $50 a fight.
Right.
So I'm happy, I'm happy. I can make a living off of this. I can take my mom on vacation after this fight. I'm a happy man.
Good stuff. Give me a prediction on the fight. How will it finish?
I'm looking to get, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go for submission in the first round. Submission in the first round. I'm going crazy. I'm going submission first round, $50K bonus too. Mr. White's gonna pay me good.
Nice.
Gonna pay me real good.
Good stuff,
It's
man.
happening.
Anyone you'd like to thank or throw out your social media?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for all the fans that want to follow me, hate me or love me, whatever the case may be, doubt me, whatever the deal is. Follow me at Team Tony 145. That's my Instagram and my Twitter. And of course, if you want to go Tony Christodoulou, that's pretty long for Facebook. But you'll catch me if you just get me on Twitter. There's a link to my Facebook. Yeah, feel free to like my fan page, follow me on Twitter, comment, say mean things, whatever you guys want to do. More than free. I also want to, but mostly I want to thank my team. I want to thank American Top Team. I want to thank Dino Spencer, the Fifth Street Gym, Ken Limitless, Pain Script for sticking behind me, and all my family and stuff in Greece. And can't wait till August 8th, man. It's my job to make doubters believers. So.
Very good, man. Thanks for the time.
No, of course. It was awesome. Thank you very much.